morning. Screens. Good morning, everyone. To fix something here. If you can. There we go. Figured it out. All right. Well, good morning. Welcome to your Strength and Balance on Friday. Once again, my name is Angie, and we'll be going through a couple different exercises for strength, a couple different exercises for balance, reminding you that this is your workout and do what works for you. So if you want to use weights today, you can use weights, or without weights. If you want to be seated for the whole time, be seated, or stay standing. It is your workout. Do what works best for you. Reminder to always have water nearby, and as well as having some sort of support furniture nearby, so that you can help do the balance if you need it. All right. We will get ourselves motoring this morning with a nice little warm up, and then get into some strength, balance, and a nice stretch afterwards. All right. And if anyone else comes trolling in, then I'll let them in too. All right, let's get ourselves going. All right, well, adjust myself here. Whee! So you can see my feet. All right, a nice march here on the spot. Just nice and tall through that spine, nice and proud through the chest. Nice gentle march. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take a nice big breath for me. Add out. Nice big breath in. Add out. One more nice big breath. And out. Excellent. I'm gonna take those shoulders for a little shrug up towards the ears and back down. Up towards the ears and back down. Up towards the ears, back down, keeping that nice little march going. Up towards the ears, back down. And now give them a nice roll to the front. Nice slow, easy roll. Bring those shoulders up towards the ears and forward. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in and out, and take them reverse. Going back the other way. Excellent. Breathing in and out. Give me 3 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. We're going to take those arms up for that little bend at the elbow, facing the palms towards you, and then turn and face the palms towards the back. Bringing those elbows up, little elbow bend, and back. Bend up, and back. Up, and back. Up, and back. Excellent. Breathe in, and out. Keeping that nice little march going. Keeping that nice march going, just freeze the hands here and roll those wrists. And take those wrists the other way. Take those fingers for a nice little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And take the hands for a nice open and close. Open, close, warming up those finger joints. Open and close, open and close. Give me one more, open, close, and now keep them closed in those fists and give those wrists a nice roll. Excellent. Taking those wrists once more for a roll the other way. Excellent. We're going to take our feet now and do a little step touch. I'm going to step to the side, touch it together, step to the side, touch together. Warm up the lower body, giving those arms just a little sway. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Get that body nice and warm before we do those strengthening muscle exercises. These are going to go into a few high knees. So if you would like to have some support by you, I have my lovely bar here in the studio, or a chair, or the countertop. You can use those for those high knees. Give me 3 more, step touch, 2 more, and 1. Excellent. Bringing those knees up your comfort, so you can stay here having those knees tap. The hands, if you'd like, go into your range of motion. It's your workout. Nice and slow, bringing the knees up. If you feel like you want to get a little warmer, you can always take those hands and go opposite hand, opposite knee. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. I want you to take those feet just a little bit wider than hip width apart. You can have hands on your hips if you'd like, or have those hands nice and free. We're going to do a few little hip circles. So going nice and slow around. Warming up those hip joints a little bit more. Breathe it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keeping a nice soft bend in those knees. Give me 2 more this direction. 1 more this direction. And other way. Breathe it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, going back to just a nice little gentle march here. Take a nice big breath in and out. 2 more, nice big breath and out. 1 more, nice big breath and out. Excellent. If you need to grab a little sip of water, grab yourselves a nice little sip of water before we get into our strengthening the lower body. So our first movement we're going to do today is our squats. So you can do standing squats if you'd like, or you can grab a chair and do some sit to stands. It's your choice. I'm going to do some standing squats today. So I'm going to stand sideways. My feet are going to be about hip width apart. My shoulders are going to go back down and relaxed. We're going to be pushing the bottom, your bottom out towards the back. So keeping a soft bend in those knees, shoulders back, nice and tall through that spine, chest is proud, feet hip width apart. I'm going to demonstrate just the one at the moment. So we're going to push the bottom back, keeping it nice and tall through that spine. And we're going to go for a set of 8 if it's comfortable. But it's your workout, so go what's comfortable for you. If today is 4, go for 4. If you want to try for 6, go for 6. But we're going to try for 8. Ready? Breathing it out for that 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Give those a little shake, shake, shake. Hopefully everyone's feeling pretty good with those leg muscles right now. We're going to do another set in just a moment. This time I'm going to face forwards for you. So those feet hip width apart. Shoulders are back down and relaxed. Nice soft bend in those knees. And then breathing it out for that 8. 7. 6. Nice and slow, going to your pace. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nicely done. Give those legs a little shake. Grab a drink if you need a drink before we get into our next one. So our next movement is a curtsy lunge. So this one is a little different. Your comfort, your range of motion. My feet are going to be about hip width apart. Shifting the weight into that one leg. Your other leg, if it's comfortable, is going to cross behind onto that toe and a little bend down. Then it steps back out, comes behind, bending down. Okay, we're going to do 2 sets of those, and we're going to do 8 if it's comfortable. Nice and slow, nice and easy, being gentle to our bodies. So, once again, feet are about hip width apart, toes facing the front, soft bend in those knees, taking my right leg behind, onto its toe, little bend down, and step it out. Cross behind, now going straight up and down. Here's one. Other side. Here's two. Excellent, breathing it in and out. Halfway there. Three more. One more. Excellent. Give those legs a little shake. You need a drink, grab a drink, but we have one more set of those ones. All right. Whenever you're ready, we're going to do those once more. This time I'm going to start with my left leg going behind. So I'm going to shift the weight to that right leg, take that left leg behind and down for 8. Here's halfway. Two more. Last one. Excellent, give those a wiggle. Grab yourselves a nice little sip of water. All right, so our next one here for the lower body is going to be our heel raises into toe raises. So I'm gonna stand sideways here. Support is here if we need it. So I'm going to rock onto my toes where the heels come up, and then I'm gonna rock back where my toes come up. All right, just gonna give me a little shimmy so you can see me by the bar. So support here if you need it. You're gonna rock onto the toes, then back to the heels. So watching our body, making sure it's not giving us a swing back and forth, nice and controlled. Fingertips are just on the support there just to help me out. And feet are about hip width apart. Soft bend in those knees. So you're gonna go up onto the toes, rock back to the heels for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Give those a little shake, shake. We're going to do those ones once more. This time I'm going to face towards you, having the bar beside me here. So feet are about hip width apart, shoulders back down and relaxed, nice and tall and long through that spine. Support system by you if you need, rocking onto those toes and heels for 8. Here we go. Toes to heels. Toes to heels. Nice and controlled. One more. Excellent. Shake that out. All right, if you need another drink, grab yourself another sip of water, and then we're gonna work on some upper body. So for our upper body, our first one we're gonna do is we're gonna do some rows. So I have my feet about hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees. Shoulders are gonna be back, down, and relaxed. I'm gonna do a little hip hinge forward. Arms are going to point down towards the floor. Now I'm gonna squeeze my elbows close to that rib cage, bringing those elbows back behind. You're gonna squeeze those upper shoulder blades. You're gonna think like you have an orange or something in between those shoulder blades, and you have to squeeze the juice out. All right, we're gonna do a set of 8 of those 2 times. So once again, feet hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees, that little hip hinge forward, arms down towards the floor, neck is nice and aligned with that back, nice and tall, and pull it back for that 8. Three more. 2 and 1. Excellent. Give yourself a little shake. We're gonna do those once more. So feet about hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees, shoulders back, down, and relaxed. Nice and tall through the spine, keeping that head and neck nice aligned, and then that hip hinge forward. Bringing those arms down, and then pulling back for that 8. Breathing it out, 7. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give that a little shake. Hope everyone's still doing pretty good. Just grabbing a little sip of water here. The next one we're gonna do for our upper body is our hammer curls into a shoulder press. So fix me just a little, make me more straight. Hey, there we go. So feet are about hip width apart, little soft bend in the knees, shoulders back, down, and relaxed. My grip is going to be my knuckles towards the camera. So I'm gonna come up to that hammer curl with a single arm first. So it's gonna come up, and then I'm gonna press it towards the ceiling and down, nice and slow. Switching arms, comes up, then presses up and down. We're gonna do 2 sets of those for a set of 8 times, all right? Nice and tall, single arms. Take it up for that hammer curl, for that 1. Nice and slow coming down. Other side. Here's 2. 3. 4. 5. 3 more. 2 more. Last 1. Each side. Excellent. Give those a little shake. And then we're going to do another set of them. All right, so once again, keeping those feet nice hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relaxed, nice and tall through that spine. Take that hammer curl for that. 1. Pressing it up. 2. Slow coming down. Breathing it in and out. Here's 5. Two more. Last set each side. Excellent. Give those a little shake. And then we're going to work on one last one for our upper body. Grab a little sip of water if you need. The last one we're going to do is our triceps. So I'm going to give you 2 choices for our triceps today. I'm going to turn sideways for this one here. So feet are about hip width apart. Little soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relaxed. Taking those elbows to the back, little hip hinge forward. And then you're going to press the arms to the back. This is one version, if you're comfortable with this one, keeping those elbows nice and close to that rib cage and spine. This is one choice. Or if you would like a different challenge, both arms are going to come up, back with those elbows close to the ear, and those are going to come up towards the ceiling. Okay, so your choice, you can do those ones to kick back, or ones that press above the head. Okay, so I'm going to do some kickbacks first, and then the second round I'll do ones above the head. So feet hip width apart, shoulders back down and relaxed, nice and tall. Little hip hinge forward, bring those elbows to the back, and press it back for that 8. Breathing it out. Three more. 2 and 1. Excellent. Give those a little shake. The next set I'm going to face towards you. So once again, those feet hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees, nice and tall. My elbows are coming back close to my ears. My hands are back behind my head. And then I'm going to press the arms up for that 8. They're going just right towards the ceiling. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those a shake. Give it all a little shake. And then we're going to get into some of our balance. So making sure that you have your support furniture near you, whether that's a chair or a wall, countertop, back of a couch, whatever's going to work best with you in your space. So the first one for our balance that we're going to work on is called Around the World. So I have my feet hip width apart, Nice and tall through that spine, shoulders are back, down and relaxed. I'm gonna shift the weight into my left leg. My right leg is gonna come to the front, and it's going to go on its toe, pointing forward, to the side, to the back, and coming back into center. Your comfort, you can keep that toe pointed onto the floor and touching it, or you can also lift it slightly off the floor. To the front, to the side, to the back, and back to center. Giving those little shake, get ready to start. Once again, support system is there for you if you need it. Shifting that weight into that leg to balance on. And give me 5 on this side. So to the front, to the side, to the back, back to center. If you're comfortable, you can have one arm out to the side, both arms out to the side to help for balance. Here's 2. 3. Breathing it out. 4. And 5. Excellent, give that a little shake. Shift the weight into that other leg, so your right leg, taking that left leg now out to the front, to the side, to the back, and back to center. So we're going for that. 5. Breathing it out. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent, give it a little shake. All right. The next one we're gonna work on is shifting the weight from side to side. And then if you're comfortable, seeing if you can hold that foot up. Okay, so those feet are just a little bit wider than hip width apart this time. You're gonna shift the weight side to side. And if it's comfortable, you're gonna slowly start to take that foot off the ground. And then see if you can hold. And hold. 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 And the hold doesn't have to be too long either. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Shifting the weight from side to side. Now you can have those hands on those hips like how I do right now. If it's comfortable, you can have one arm out to the side. You can have both arms out to the side. Or you can have YMCA arms. Shifting it side to side. All right, this next one, we're gonna try and see if we can hold it for 5 seconds. Are you ready? In 3, 2, and 1, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift it side to side. And we're gonna try the other side. In 3, 2, and 1, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, bring it on down. Give it a nice little shake. All right. We're gonna become superheroes next. So, your comfort with this next one. You have your support system nearby. I'm gonna turn sideways here for this one. So my feet are about hip width apart, shoulders back down and relaxed. Nice and tall through that spine. If it's comfortable, you're gonna do a little shift in the weight to that one leg. The other leg is gonna come back behind and you're gonna become a flat back. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it back up. All right, so we're gonna try it on each side of the leg, seeing if we can hold it. All right, so my right leg is gonna be the leg that goes back first. So I'm going to shift the weight into my left leg and hip hinging forward, going in the front, holding it there for that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to turn forwards this time just so I can show you as well. You can reach that arm out to the front if it's comfortable, or you can reach both arms out to the front if it's comfortable. It's your choice with this one here. So we're going to bring that right leg back again, shifting that weight into that left leg, bringing the right leg to the back. You can have one arm out if you'd like, or both arms out if you'd like, holding for that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it in, nicely done. Shifting the weight into that right leg now. We're going to try 2 times on the left leg. So your comfort here, one arm out, both arms out, or holding on to that support system. Flat back, bringing it forward, holding it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back in. And then we're going to hold it once more. Once again, arm out or both arms out. All right. Shifting that weight into that right leg. Last one on this side. We're almost done. We've got a little time left. And then we'll cool it down. Ready? Shifting it here. Bringing that one arm out or both arms out. Woo, holding that support system if you need it for that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bringing it in. Excellent, give that a little wiggle. If you need a little drink, grab yourselves a nice little drink before we do another one. All right, so we're going to do single leg coming to the front, but it's going to do a little bit of a circle if it's comfortable. So I'm going to turn a little bit of an angle here so you can see. Feet are about hip width apart, shoulders back down and relaxed. I'm going to shift the weight into my left leg. Right leg is going to come out to the front if it's comfortable. I have one arm out if you'd like, both arms out if you'd like, or holding on to that support system. That leg is just going to do a little bit of a circle. It's going to circle one way and holding it. This time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to try that same leg, but we're going to turn it the other way. So we're going to circle it in reverse. So once again, feet hip width apart, shifting that weight to that left leg, right leg comes out, circling it the other way this time. And it's your choice on how big you would like to make that circle or how small you would like to make that circle. Holding it for that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Give that a little shake. And then we're going to switch it to the other leg. So shifting that weight into that right leg, left leg's going to come up this time. One arm out to the side if you'd like, both arms out to the side if you'd like. If circling the leg is too much, then stay here with it. Have it still. You don't have to circle it, it's your workout. Taking that leg for a little circle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on down. Give it a little shake. One more on that left leg, and then we'll start to cool it down. All right, shifting the weight into that right leg. Left leg comes out, circling it the other way this time. For that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, give it a nice little shake. Looks like we made it. All right, so we're gonna start to cool things down a little bit. Grab another drink if you need a drink, grab a chair if you need a chair, or stay standing as well to help with some of those stretches. Breathing it nice and in, through the nose, out through the mouth, big breath. And out. Nice big breath. And out. One more, nice big breath. And out. Excellent, taking that arm across the chest, so my right arm across the chest, giving it a hug or a hold, your comfort. If it's comfortable, take those hips for a little wiggle or a sway. Take those wrists for a little roll. Roll those wrists the other way. Excellent, gently release those arms. Take the left arm across the chest, give it a hug or a hold. Give those wrists a little roll, hips a little sway. Roll those wrists once more the other way. Give those fingers a little wiggle wiggle, and hands and open close. Excellent, gently release, give those arms a little shake. I'm gonna grab my chair for a little bit of the lower half. See my feet. Taking my right leg out to the front. Doing that little hip hinge forward, so you can have hands on that upper thigh if you'd like, or if it's comfortable, reach on down towards the toes. If you need an extra little stretch in the back of the calf there, see if those toes will come a little closer to the nose. Breathing it in and out. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If it's comfortable, take that leg, give it a little bit of a hug, rolling that ankle nice and slow, one way. Taking that ankle around the other way. If it's comfortable, taking those toes for a little point to the floor and then a point up towards the ceiling. Point to the floor, points up to the ceiling. One more, point to the floor, point up towards the ceiling. This time I'm going to take my toes to the left. Take my toes to the right, toes to the left, toes to the right. One more left, one more right. Excellent. Your comfort in this next one, it's called our 4-sit. So taking that arch of the foot down by the floor if it's comfortable, mid-leg if it's comfortable, or all the way up top. Nice and tall through that spine, breathing it out. If you need that extra little stretch, gently see if you can press that knee a little closer to the floor, or also have that little hip hinge forward. Breathing it in and out. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently take that leg on down, switching sides. Other leg out to the front, that hip hinge forward. Hands on the hips or upper thigh, or reaching down towards the toes. Hold 5, 3, 2, 1. If it's comfortable, gently bring that leg on up, giving it a little hug, rolling that ankle one way. Rolling that ankle the other way. Gently taking those toes, pointing them closer to the floor, then pointing them up towards the ceiling, pointing them down towards the floor, up towards the ceiling, one more down towards the floor, one more up towards the ceiling. Take those toes to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, one more left, one more right, and your comfort into that force it. If it's by the floor, midway, or up top. Breathing it in and out, nice and tall. Or if you want that extra little bit of stretch, that little hip hinge forward, pressing the knee a little closer to the floor. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release, taking that leg on down. Take those arms around that chest. Nice big breath in. Release them as far back behind you as you can. If you're sitting somewhere where you can grab on, pushing that chest up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the ceiling, dropping those shoulders. Bringing that chin down towards the chest, letting go of the back, relaxed. Coming back up nice and tall, bringing those arms once more around that chest, giving yourself a nice pat on the back for a job well done today. We made it! Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, and hopefully you have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.